What's up, brothers?
We got another PDS tornado warning. This is a big tornado. This is a very big tornado. My goodness. Pulling out my analysis radar. We are straight back here. Hi.
What up, y'all?
I was looking at this with Lucky, and I already told him that it was gonna be big. Oh wow. Oh wow, it had a debris signature the scan before. Jeez. So we've got a very big tornado. Do you see the tornado, Lucky?
Uh-huh.
It is a massive tornado heading right towards Waterloo. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warning yet again. We have another one. Obviously, we shouldn't have ended that previous live stream, but I mean, we did. Gracious day. This is a very big one.
Isabel, you called it. Whoever said it was gonna. Well, actually, no, it's not the same storm, but
No, this is the one to the north. I immediately saw it too, right when I ended the live stream. I told Lucky that's going to do it again. And it did. So there you go. Big tornado on the ground. That is all a debris signature. There. Jeez. Like, this is lofting it up almost 20,000 feet.
jeez.
Look at that. My goodness. The good news is this stayed over relatively rural areas, but it's now going over or heading right for a very populated region. Hey, Lucky.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Stop! Don't say it.
Guess what?
Stop! Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
It's good news, though.
What happened?
I think it might have lifted.
Oh man.
I mean, it was bound to happen because you could tell the occlusion process was already ongoing. Gracious day, man. I should have looked at the scan before towards Marshall. I wasn't paying close enough attention to it. So this is going right towards Waterloo in southern Wisconsin. There's a large tornado on the ground. Most likely it is lifting. There's a very, very high chance that it is lifting currently. So just make sure that you are in your safe spot if you are out here towards Waterloo in Wisconsin. That is a very large tornado. Most likely still on the ground. My word. That thing ramped up so fast, too. So this was your first debris signature, which I didn't even see. The second one I saw, but I wanted to wait another scan. And then this scan, I didn't even get this scan. This one right here, southeast of Marshall, I did not even receive that scan. So that whole big white blob there, that is your tornado. And you can see it's moving off to the northeast. It's going right for Waterloo currently. I do believe that this is going to lift before it goes into Waterloo, just due to it already have started that occlusion process. So, yep, it's lifted. That is most likely fallout right there. That's at least good news there. So, basically, how I knew that this thing was going to produce a tornado, even before it was warned, I mean, geez, it doesn't take a genius to look at that. Look at that. That is a very classic signature for a strong tornado imminent. And it was only 4 scans before that put down a strong tornado. And now it's most likely starting to lift again back towards Waterloo. Or starting to lift, I should say. Still, you could still see debris on reflectivity. Gracious day. So that was a very strong tornado, lofting debris possibly as high as 20,000 feet south of Marshall. I think this stayed over relatively just fields, but it definitely hit a house or something in order to give it that big dark CC drop right there. Because that doesn't happen every day. That can break it here on Radar Omega. It didn't. Oh, no, it did break it on Radar Omega. So this was most likely a very, very, very strong tornado. Probably strong to potentially violent right there. That is exactly how you see violent tornadoes. The fact that they put confirmed on this and didn't go PDS right off the bat is what really surprised me. I really should have just went live when I saw it. I'm late again. It's as if I didn't learn my lesson the first time. This other one is not PDS anymore. It's not even tornado warned, so that one's done. And now this one in Waterloo is beginning to lift already. Wow. Second PDS. That is something. Can you look at Eames real quick, Lucky?
Yes, sir.
This is definitely lifted, by the way, y'all. It is definitely lifted with that new scan. It could easily redevelop though. Let me go over really fast here. Wow. Somebody just added me on Twitter. Turn off the stream, then go live again. This is coming for me. Dude. That's crazy. It's I don't know, it's just a curse, man. It's just a curse. This is most definitely going to attempt to produce another strong tornado. In this area that I've circled here, it's going to try to hook out again. The far southern one did just go considerable for 1.75-inch hail as well. So again, this is a life-threatening situation for Waterloo currently in southern Wisconsin here. Gracious day. That already has a good look to it. Man, that was just such a... I don't know why I didn't go live for that. That first scan, I should have went live because that is just such a classic look. This never ends well. This will never end well in the weather world. A completely embedded, classic, discrete... I literally said discrete. Embedded supercell. Classic embedded supercell. Embedded and then it says discrete, my word. Oh, jeez. Wow. This is likely lifted for a while. It likely lifted at this scan, so most of the last 4 to 5 minutes has just been pure fallout here. It's really just been complete fallout there. But you can already see it. Look at that. Look at that. This is literally about to produce another tornado. It has already cleared out its inflow notch all right here. Wow. So this is legit about to attempt to produce another tornado in the next probably 10 minutes or so. Still a PDS warning. What about that one in New York? Okay, that was downgraded. Let's see here. This is not on the ground currently. If it was, we'd be seeing a debris signature right here. And there's no debris signature there. Wow. Alright, Lucky, you gotta go?
Yeah.
Alright. Make sure you're back before 10 o'clock, okay?
I will.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know if you will.
I will. I
Okay.
will.
Bye.
See you later, brothers.
Are you leaving the call?
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yep, there you go. That's your newest scan. Strong area rotation already developing there. This is going to head right for Watertown. So Waterloo, you've just probably been hit with a bunch of debris. Not a tornado, but there's probably debris falling right over Waterloo, Wisconsin right now. And this could already be the beginning stages of a debris signature. We'll see what the next scan has to show. Gracious day. Look at that ZDR arc. Holy crap, man. That is a crazy ZDR arc. You can see the arcing of it right here. Jeez. That was from earlier. And currently, let's see what ZDR has. It should be a little bit more east. I mean, you could still see the arc right there. Look at that. My word. This is probably going to attempt to put down another strong to potentially intense tornado here. Or an intense to potentially strong tornado. The weird thing is, intense is actually less than strong. A strong tornado is an EF2. Wait, I've gotten confused. I believe an intense tornado is that EF3? Thanks for subscribing. Strong tornado is EF2 plus, and an intense tornado, I believe, is EF3. So strong to potentially intense tornado. I was saying that right. Look at that. That already broke up. Wow. I believe you're right, Isabel. I'm pretty sure it is. I just got a little bit confused there. My word. That is an insane radar scan right there. That is something you see, not even moderate risks. Sometimes moderate risks don't even get tornadoes like this and see signatures like this. We're going to stay live so that way nothing else happens. That's going to be the plan. Since these tornadoes like to touch down after I end the live stream, we're just going to stay live. That's the plan to outsmart this. So make sure you guys are hyper weather aware if you're out here towards Watertown. This is definitely going to attempt to produce a tornado in and around your area over the next hour or so. Ah, my word. I mean, I'm just not going to get over that scan. Look at that. I keep coming back to it because it's just, wow. 140 mile-an-hour rotation, debris being lofted almost 20,000 feet up. Ridiculous DBZ for a debris ball, too. I'm just going to keep coming back to that one, man. Look at that. I mean, you just don't get more classic than that. You have your ZDR arc. You saw that already. You already have, you can see your hook echo here. Your clear debris bowl. Your rear flanking line of convection here. Your inflow notch all around that area. I mean, my word, you just don't get much more classic than that. The only thing that would make this more classic is if it was discrete. And here's the newest radar scan. Still a bit of debris fallout left near and around the Waterloo area. So we'll continue to see that. Yeah, radar presentation was definitely a violent tornado, but it all comes down to what this hit, which based on the radar presentation track, would have been in this general vicinity here, right here. So if I had to bet what that big debris signature is, it's this place here. This is probably what took a heck load of damage. If I had to put money on what got hit and why we saw such a big debris signature, it would be that. Because right after, this is the scan, it was over the region here. Right after that, boom, it exploded. So that would be my bets on if, where we saw the strongest portion of the tornado. Is this PDS still? I think this is still PDS. Yeah, this is still PDS. I'm pretty surprised with that one. We should see a new tornado warning here shortly in this general area. If this is gonna produce another big tornado, here comes your tornado warning, by the way. It's gonna have to be pretty soon because it's gonna get absolutely overrun by this messy line of rain. That is gonna be a downgraded radar indicated. Too strong and potentially even a violent tornado today. Oh, you know what? We're not gonna get a beep. We're not going to get a beep because I don't have the software open. I'm not going to open that because I don't want it to glitch out. This is the last tornado warning active. We did just see another extension, so technically now we have two. Apparently we have a third. Oh, yeah, that's up here in west of Barrie. That's Canada. Canada for you. So this is still going to try to produce another tornado. I can't tell you exactly where, but somewhere along the southern edge here. Is that moving north? Okay, that's the good news. This thing's going to die off very, very soon. This is going to push off to the northeast, and this will impact and cell merge with our storm. That's going to help get rid of its large area of a clear slot. So that's going to definitely interfere with this upcoming tornadic development that is currently occurring, as you can see, west of Watertown. Let's see. Trotovec storms slowly began a discrete tornado warning. Tornado warnings. Honestly, the main reason why today did it, simply because of cell mergers. Just a very long duration combination of cell mergers over the last 4 hours. PDS is a particularly dangerous situation. Long story short, it means a large tornado is on the ground. A large and strong tornado is on the ground. Oh, and here we go again. That is definitely a debris signature. Hold on, I kind of want to give it 1 second to load in, but there is a very high chance that is another strong tornado in progress west of Watertown now. This is in southern Wisconsin. That's exactly what I was looking for, too. And this is why NATOcast had a 10% out today. NATOcast had a 10% in the area. Wow, I just realized that. NATOcast nailed the PDS warning earlier today. About 30-some minutes ago. This is probably going to be a fairly brief tornado, honestly. It might not be a strong tornado. The reason why I said strong at first is because the area of rotation was strong. Now that area of rotation is very tight and very close to each other here. So, I mean, you're still looking at 70-mile-an-hour rotation, but that's not really considered strong. But definitely a tornado is on the ground and in progress out here in your PDS warning. They will probably upgrade this to an observed tornado warning here very soon. They will probably observe the tornado warning for Watertown, Wisconsin shortly. So that's where we have a tornado ongoing. May not be as strong as I initially thought it was. Lofting debris about 4,000 feet up, right around 4,000 feet up there. Now, this is all clear air. All back here, let me just show you. This is all clear air. So there is not a tornado here. This is clear. I'll go and show you it. You can see that's all just no precip. Your tornado is going to be right here. This is where your tornado is. Right at the arcing of your supercell. Yeah, this thing is falling apart, so that's good news. I can already tell you that from the ZDR here. But it's becoming more elongated. It's not as condensed of a supercell, so we'll probably still see another tornado out of this again. But it's going to get less and less likely for it to produce a tornado. There's a new MCD. I believe Caleb just got put inside a severe thunderstorm watch. Let's see. Tornadoes remain possible with any remaining discrete convection, as well as a line that has an embedded supercell this evening. A local extension of the tornado watch will be possible, or will likely be needed. I believe they've already issued that, actually. Yeah, they have. It already goes to the coastline towards Milwaukee. Well, now that today went crazy, how much you want to bet tomorrow's going to do nothing? Or tomorrow's going to pop off even more? You never know. That might be a new area of circulation trying to form already. This formed like right at the occlusion process, so there was no chance that this would be a long track tornado. Nearly the same with this one. This one formed right at the occlusion process, which is why I was debating going live for it with Lucky. But of course, we went live and made it lift. And they did just observe that, by the way, now going towards Watertown. So if you're in Watertown, southern Wisconsin, seek shelter. You're in an observed tornado warning. Radar confirmed tornado. And I bet we're about to see another area rotation. See this little notch here? I bet that is about to become another either area of interest or develop a tornado very, very quickly. So there's your previous tornado occluding. It might still be on the ground. That might still be on the ground. That is still a decent debris signature there. That is a decent debris signature. I plan on being live till about 9 o'clock my time. Probably a little bit later. Now that Lucky's gone, he'll be back in... pretty much when he comes back, if there's not much happening, I'll go again. Is it hitting anything? Probably some trees, yeah. Trees and some fields. Not anything too over the top here from what I can see. Not many homes. Well, there may be a house here, actually. It might clip the edge of this home here. Hopefully not. Hopefully it lifts right now. Holy crap. Very unexpected turn of events. We now have a very strong tornado on the ground. This is most likely going to go PDS for Watertown. A very unexpected turn of events there. This is now a very strong area rotation with over... wow. We're right back up to 130, 140 mile an hour rotation here. Very unexpected turn of events right there. Rapid intensification of this area of rotation. I expect this is going to go PDS here very, very soon for Richwood and Watertown and Lebanon in Wisconsin. Gracious day. That thing did not lift. If it might have lifted and then redeveloped. Let's hope this isn't going to be a long tracker. So that other area that I was watching down here, it's actually not going to do a thing. Lord have mercy. Yeah, unfortunately, it's safe to say that that house needs to be checked on. ASAP, gracious day. This is a very strong tornado. That is... Oh, wow. Look at that. You can see the embedded tornado right here. You can see it clear as day. Watertown, this is about to be a very bad situation for Watertown. Unless this lifts ASAP, this is going to have a potential Tori on it. Because this is a very large and extremely strong tornado heading right to Watertown in Wisconsin. The good news is this should not be long tracked. I am very shocked we have a tornado on the ground currently. The reason why I say that is because this thing was in the occlusion process and then just managed to redevelop. This is, by the way, if I don't know if I said this, this is debris. That is debris. Most specifically, these few pixels here, that is complete debris on radar. This is not even PDS just yet. The old warning still is PDS for 5 more minutes. They are probably debating on going Tor E with this. If I had to imagine, the reason why they're not PDS is because they're thinking that it might just need a Tor E. They may be waiting one more scan to make that decision. But Watertown, we called you out before for an imminent tornado. I didn't expect it to be out of the other tornado and then somehow form into a bigger, stronger tornado. So strong tornadoes heading right for you. In Watertown, Wisconsin. It is not PDS currently. Our PDS warning is to the west for 4 more minutes from the previous one. Wow. Gracious day. We're gonna wait one more scan. Is that the newest scan or is that an older scan? That's the older scan still. So big tornado right along State Highway 19 going into Watertown currently. A very, very strong tornado on the ground. Next scan should be in 22 seconds or less. The good news is this is still over relatively rural areas until it gets to Watertown. Then it's going through a metropolitan area. They did issue that severe watch for Illinois, as we are anticipating additional supercell, or I should say additional thunderstorms and clusters occur out there. This is not going to last much longer. Oh! Yeah. That has lifted. The reason why I said it's not going to last much longer is because I saw that new velocity scan further to the south. I'm still watching further south. If we're going to get another strong, intense tornado out of this, it's going to have to come from this area. It can't come from this stuff up here. I'm shocked it actually did. I am blown away by that. That is definitely weakening, but who knows? Maybe it's gonna re-intensify. There probably is, Kevin, but I don't want to bother looking for it at the moment. Gracious day. So still most likely a tornado weakening or a tornado lifting here. Lord! Holy crap! Janesville, what the heck? You need to seek shelter immediately. Strong tornado is imminent towards Janesville, Wisconsin. Gracious day, where the heck did that come from? Another classic supercell. ZDR arc is forming currently, and Connor is going to be on this supercell. So if Connor gets a view of this, I will show you guys. That is our southern tornado warning there. Wow. That is going to rapidly develop into a big tornado. Just like the one to the north. If it doesn't, then holy crap, we dodged a bullet. Gracious day. This is what cell mergers do, man. We may have one more cell merge. This could either rapidly intensify it or kill it off. Let's pray it's going to kill it off, because, wow. Gracious. So this is a wild situation here. We've got two supercells very capable of producing tornadoes at any given second. And we already have seen a lot from Watertown. So Watertown, still stay in your safe spot. That tornado at the moment looks to be weakening, if not lifting. But still remain in your safe spot, because that could be strengthening. Who knows? Gracious day. So two areas that I am glued to currently. We've got one up here, Watertown. And then the other one is in Janesville. Both are in southern Wisconsin. Alright, new scan should be in 19 seconds here. Okay, we got the new scan on this radar site, and oh my goodness. There's most likely a very strong to potentially intense tornado on the ground right now, going into southern Janesville. This is most likely a very intense tornado on the ground. Now, oh! There's a chance that is a debris signature. It is in a bit of a clear slot, so we'll wait another scan. Yeah, this thing's done in Watertown. So now we're going to be watching the southern edge of this once again. This is probably going to take a little bit longer to form. We'll probably have to give it a good 15 minutes or so, but down the line, we're going to be watching north of the radar site out here, far to the west of Milwaukee. Yeah, most likely a strong tornado on the ground here, or about to be. I really hope this cell merge, if this rain shower can just, you know, And Ayuk up here, that'd be great. If not, this thing's gonna have a tornado on the ground. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried on where Connor is. I don't like where he is. He is right at the tornado, so at any second, the tornado could literally be on top of him. He's not in a good area at all. This could be a very strong tornado, keep in mind, so I wouldn't be shocked if we see a tree fall down right in front of this guy at any second. Dude, look at his dot on the bottom right. The tornado is legit on that dot. It might have actually possibly passed him. I wonder if it's possibly past him. I don't like where he is. That's Connor Croft. I'll go back to him if he has something else. So generally we're just watching this whole area here for the potential for a tornado to be imminent at any given second. So if you're anywhere in this whole area, I mean, you don't even have to be in the warning. If you're in the warning, seek shelter, of course. But I'm even watching north and south of that warning, this region here, because it could develop, who knows, it could develop more to the north, more to the south. This is the one that I believe is on the ground currently. I haven't gotten a new scan, so I can't confirm anything based on radar. But I do believe that it's a debris signature. What is up with this radar site? Okay, there's their new scan. That is a debris signature indeed. Doesn't seem to be a strong tornado based off that CC. But gracious. Yet another classic. Yet another classic supercell. Holy crap, what am I looking at? My goodness. Victoria, you missed another strong tornado potentially touching down. I can't say that it is strong just because I don't see a signal of that at this point. But I mean, gracious day. Yep. Look at that. There's our ZDR arc. Right back at it. Right back at it again. So very classic supercell. It doesn't seem to be too strong. Nah. 100-mile-an-hour rotation. That is pretty strong. This should go confirmed at any second because that is most definitely a debris signature. I don't think this will go PDS unless the next scan shows something crazy in the debris department here. Which it might. It's going over houses right now. Very, very unfortunately, this is going over houses right now. This is going through southern Janesville in Wisconsin. So people are literally being hit by a tornado right now. I really hope they're in their safe spot. Not too much of a lead time with this because of how rapidly it developed. But the National Weather Service did a great job putting that warning on it. I didn't even see the storm developing out here again. Wow. My word. The good news is this is really falling apart towards Lebanon in Wisconsin, so I don't think that's much of a concern at this exact second. Now, probably going to be a big issue in 10-15 minutes, but we'll see. Gracious day, man. I mean, you just don't get... You do get more classic than that because this is now observed. But we do get more classic than this because we literally just had it moments ago. This isn't as big of a debris ball. Now, if we start to... Oh, there's a tree down on Connor's feed. Now, if we start to see pink here or dark red in the hook echo, that means that it's a very strong tornado because debris is being picked up on reflectivity. What is occlusion? Long story short, when the hook echo goes up to the base of the supercell. For instance, if I go all the way back here, see how you have your hook echo? Look at how close that is to the base of the supercell. So that hook goes up and over into the supercell and is gone. That is why this was so impressive towards Waterloo. Or not Waterloo, but rather Watertown, because it was already in the occlusion process. And then it managed to redevelop a big tornado whilst it should be weakening. And now it's completely dissipated. Hopefully it stays like that. Yes, that is a hook echo. This is a very, very classic hook echo. You don't get a whole lot more classic than that in terms of seeing a hook echo there. This whole thing is a supercell. Let me zoom out real quick. This whole thing here is your supercell. Where the tornado is, right there. that little dot is where your tornado. Holy crap! That ain't so little anymore. Jeez. A big tornado on the ground out here in Janesville. My word. That is not too little. Jeez. Yikes. Bro got offended. Nah, for real. Holy crap. Big tornado on the ground out here south of Jonesville. That hook echo, like, quadrupled in size. Look at that. Little bitty hook echo. Boom. Dude, I don't... that is crazy. That is ridiculous. Absolutely exploded. Yikes. So, most likely another large and intense tornado is on the ground here. This might avoid PDS if it gets out of here quick enough. I don't know. They're probably going to issue a PDS regardless with this one. I'd be a little surprised. If you don't know what a PDS means, basically it means a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornadoes on the ground. So at the moment, we have a confirmed warning. But I anticipate this will be upgraded. Gracious day. So Janesville, unfortunately, if you're not in your safe spot, it's probably too late. This is now a particularly dangerous situation. So Janesville, Wisconsin, Johns Center, or Johnstown Center, you guys need to be seeking shelter immediately, as this is a life-threatening situation ongoing. A very strong to potentially catastrophic tornado is ongoing. Gracious day. I don't think I want to see the next scan, because it may be a ridiculous debris signature. Because this thing went over a heck load of houses. And I mean a heck load, like hundreds. I'm still looking at Connor's feed, don't worry. He's gone into almost the flanking line of convection. He's back out in this area. Nope, this might be the new scan coming in here. 15 more minutes or seconds. I hope it's seconds, not minutes. So there's your big inflow. This whole thing here is your inflow. So this thing is just eating up everything. Just absolutely eating up all the ingredients that this environment has to hold for it. It might have just occluded. That would be fantastic. I do believe this is weakened. Or possibly even lifted. Look how fast that occlusion process occurred. Barely even a sign of it occluding, and then just boom. It rammed right into the base of the supercell. So that is probably lifting. Wow. This is still by far the strongest tornado we've seen of the days out here, Waterloo. The one we barely missed. Not even close. This one was definitely strong, but not nearly as strong. Just because that debris signature was ridiculous. This thing's probably lofted debris about 8,000, maybe 9,000 feet up. This one lofted debris, let me go back to it. This one lofted debris possibly near over 20,000 feet. So, big difference. These two will definitely still be capable of producing tornadoes over the next 2 hours. Well, it didn't work. It didn't work. I stayed live so things wouldn't happen, but it didn't work. Significant damage being reported now. Where is this reported at? Maybe back with this storm? I don't know which storm this is. Give me just a moment. Okay, that is going to be southwestern Wisconsin. I think that is this area here. I don't know if that was from a tornado. I can't recall. Maybe it was. But we have damage reports coming out from that town. I can't recall if that area was hit by a tornado. Wow. Keeping an eye for a potential booking vortice to develop out here towards Watertown. Or booking vortex, I should say. You can see this area of broad circulation. So keeping an eye on that. I don't know if it's going to do anything, though. Okay, that has occluded. That has occluded now. But it will most likely attempt to produce another tornado closer to the Delavan area in Darlin, right around that area. But definitely has lifted at this point. Which, if I had to guess, maybe slightly in part to that very weak cell merge. Wow. So this observed tornado warning in 3 minutes will probably be allowed to expire unless the National Weather Service believes this area may redevelop into an area of rotation and move off to the east. But I'm expecting that to drop in less than 120 seconds. So this is probably going to continue to merge with our bigger supercell here. We have a separate storm towards Tiffany. That's going to continue to push up to the north, probably merge with this supercell after that occurs, which should be generally around this area here. We will probably be looking at another chance for a tornado, but we'll just have to wait until we get to that point. Gracious day, man. That hook echo was a jump scare and a half. I mean, it went from a tiny little hook to boo. I mean, I was... Jeez. We didn't completely dodge a bullet, but man, oh man, we probably dodged a really ridiculous tornado. So thank goodness that hook formed where it did, not further off to the south, because it could have been a lot worse of a situation. I mean, unfortunately, it did form where it was, which, I mean, it definitely sucks, because that means people have been impacted, but if it was more to the south, this would have been a very, this would have been a long-tracked, significant tornado. So I really hope that this avoided the populated area is small of a chance as that seems. I hope it avoided the populated regions here. Okay, sorry, I had to mute my mic, make sure that this wasn't going to play anything copyrighted. Didn't know if I was watching another streamer here or something. Let me go to, what was I, jeez. I completely forgot what I was going to look up on my phone there. Completely lost it. This is still a PDS tornado warning. Wow. So we'll just wait and see what this ends up doing, but it's definitely occluded, so Both of these storms are going to be going through a bit of a recovery process, trying to redevelop into a solid area of rotation, and we'll see if that happens or not. My goodness, I think I can change that. Look at that. This is from the previous tornado towards Marshall. I mean, my word, I'm shocked with that. Look at that. This is an old scan. But I mean, my goodness, it's just not often you see something like that. Very common in 2024. Man. Absolutely wild. Yeah, they both do look outflow dominant, but that could easily change. Definitely still the potential for a tornado here shortly. Man. Hopefully everybody's okay in Janesville. I'm glad it didn't go further to the south because it could have been long tracked and a lot worse, but unfortunately it did go right through Janesville. So still, there was really no good scenario for this storm. So regardless, it's a terrible situation. ZDR is very weak. Let me see. Oh yeah, that is sloppy now. I can still see a ZDR there, but it's ZDR, but it's meh. Oh, up here, wow. This thing fell apart big time. I don't think we're going to be getting another tornado out of this stuff. That completely fell apart. This is still very much organized. Still a potential we see another strong tornado out of this later down the line. My word. I really wish I didn't end that live stream earlier. Because I wasn't able to see the, I wasn't able to react to that scan coming in live, which, man, my apologies for that. I guess, I just never learn. I just never learned my lesson. Same goes for half the people on Twitter, too. We always call the risk underperforming way too early. Man, this makes me very much worried for tomorrow. Gracious day. Really sucks to see scenarios like this play out. Especially when I'm that wrong, because I feel like I gave you guys a false sense of hope that nothing would happen today, and then I came back on here to say there's a big tornado, so... Man. It happens. It happens. I mean, the National Weather Service didn't even forecast this. The tornado watch was expected to be expired now. The tornado watch should have expired now. We are in the 5% area, but the tornado watch should have already expired. 9 o'clock is when it was set to expire. AKA 01Z. We're still at a PDS warning, even though this storm is definitely weakening. So for 11 more minutes, we'll stay at that PDS warning unless otherwise specified by the National Weather Service. I have no way to tell. What the heck? Oh, okay. I will relay any damage reports that I receive like I did just moments ago. Wow. There's a lot of EMS going into Janesville. There's a lot of EMS going into Janesville. Or Janes. It's Janesville. Janesville. Wisconsin. My word. I'm really hoping everybody's okay out there. A very strong tornado just impacted Janesville, Wisconsin. That's another reason why I also debated going live for this storm, is because it wasn't impacting that populated of an area. And then once it got closer to Waterloo, I went live. Man. How's ZDR looking? As long as that red stays there, this storm is still going to be an interesting cell to watch. If we lose that core precip, like here, you can see how we just have a line of ZDR up in this area, nothing organized. So if we lose that core precip of ZDR there, then this storm is probably not going to be much of a concern anymore. A new SPC outlook maintains a broad slight risk for severe weather, or I should say a large slight risk for severe weather. No upgrade to anything, which not shocked. I can't show you the probabilities, but I'll at least tell you. They've maintained a 5% chance for tornadoes in this area here for the ongoing convection, generally that area. They have maintained a 5% hail and a very large 15% wind. So not much has changed except for the disk extension of the 5%. Not concerned about anything tornadic along the line of this cell, the line of this front here. That is going to be a new tornado warning that was just issued. So I'm really not concerned about anything here at this moment. This, they probably just re-tornado warned this because it still has its core precip, like I said. Man, shut up. Definitely not Caleb. I do not want to hear that. Don't you say that. Oh my goodness, it did. There is no way. Oh my word, it's already a more confined, better environment. We'll see what the rest of the HRRR has to hold. Wow. We better get morning convection tomorrow. I'm gonna freak out. Okay, we are now all the way down to radar indicated tornado warning. A really good idea to continue that tornado warning because this could quite quickly develop a strong tornado as it heads close to the Delavan area and Lake Geneva in south central Wisconsin. Chip, they always are in the summertime. I noted that earlier in this live stream, or actually earlier today in the first live stream, not the second one, not this one and the third one, but the first one. Models are always very weird in summer and typically inaccurate. A little bit of a fake hook action going on towards Stone Bank. That's just because of the radar site and the scan there. But again, the main area I'm watching is this region here for a tornado. Specifically right here. Let's see if that ZDR arc is still there. Yep, you still have some ZDR. So as long as, like I said, your core precip stays in place, this is going to be a cell to watch. My word, man. I will tell you this. If you showed me the radar when we went live 6 some hours ago, and you told me that in 5 hours we'd have multiple intense tornadoes happening, I would have said, definitely not. You're lying. Because that is ridiculous. Look at it. Oh my word, look at the 00ZH Look at that nice... Look at that nice warm sector. Look at that. Wow. Compare that to the 18Z. And the 18Z still had it, but you can see the 18Z had messy morning convection all in this area and over in this area too. My goodness. That could also promote a more widespread tornado threat as well. Not just concentrated in New Hampshire and Connecticut and Massachusetts. may push it back towards New York as well. So still looks interesting. Morning convection is bad for thunderstorms to develop. Morning convection is perfect if you don't want a severe thunderstorm threat. Because typically your morning storms are going to take up some of the instability. They're going to leave a bit of a stable atmosphere behind. They're going to take up some of the lapse rates as well. So they'll just overall deteriorate the atmosphere and make it a lot more difficult for storms to really get going. That ZDR is starting to become less and less visible. But this is still going to attempt to produce a tornado on the northern side here towards the Darien and Delavan area in southern Wisconsin. Doesn't look like a strong tornado is imminent or anything like that. A tornado will be possible with this. But I don't see any signs of anything that's gonna... anything really that concerning. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Kentucky's probably more of a wind threat. That's about it. But regardless, Kentucky's going to have a bit of a struggle tomorrow. That morning convection is still in New Hampshire, though. So it might not be that big of an uptrend on the 00ZH-RRR. Because it seems like that morning convection begins to build in again. So we're at a radar indicated tornado warning. What that means is a tornado is imminent or possibly even on the ground in the warned area. So you need to seek shelter immediately. This is going to be out here in southern Wisconsin. So we'll be keeping an eye on that very closely. Hello, Nazario. Welcome to the stream. If you have time, what's your thoughts on tomorrow? I think morning convection is going to be the #1 factor, so I feel like we can't really determine that tornado threat until noon. Right around the 12:30 Z update from the SPC. So I feel like we're going to have to just wait. These are the only 2 tornado warnings in Rock and Walworth, Wisconsin. If there was any more, I would let y'all know. I do want to look up north really quick. There's nothing of interest. Back down to the south. Checking that ZDR again. It's still present. I mean, you still have plenty of ZDR out in this region here. But it's probably going to start breaking down here shortly. So we'll keep an eye on that. Also, real quick, just to mention it in terms of the future, it does look like Monday may be a big tornado threat, pending on what convection looks like. We're either going to have the potential for a significant MCS or multiple significant to potentially intense tornadoes on Monday. One or the other. It just depends on what the convection looks like and how cam models look. Tuesday looks like mainly a windbag potential, but we're a little bit far from that. And then after that, there's just too much uncertainty to really talk about. Tuesday's threat would be big time Minnesota, Iowa, western Wisconsin. And if storms get going before like 8 o'clock, I won't be able to stream at all. I'm still debating streaming on Monday. That's really just going to be a call I make after 5 p.m. or so. Regardless, these storms are starting to move to Lake, crap, what is this? Lake Michigan. So they'll eventually not be an issue for us and be more of an issue for the fishies. Yeah, it is, Nazario, it is. In the NAM, too. I mean, the NAM initiates in freaking New York City. It's very, it's really, like I said, something you're gonna have to determine at 12:30 p.m. 1630Z, which is why I'm shocked that we've seen a 10%. We have a 10% out tomorrow, but it's day 2, so I'm really intrigued on why they pulled that with all the uncertainty that's present. That very much shocked me. Other people, it didn't shock. I saw some people on Twitter were saying it was probably going to go 10 sig, but just the inconsistencies between the model runs and the cams really, really shocked me. I mean, that's just summer for you, though, right? That's just summer. That's just what summer does. But it looks like we could have tornadic potential sparking up as early as 1:32 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern time. That ZDR is probably, yeah, falling apart. So that ZDR is falling apart. The reason how I knew that, you could see that this is forming more into a Boeing segment. You still have this little indent. You still have this little indent towards Delavan Lake and Elkhorn. So still keeping an eye on this area as we could see a brief tornado spin up at some point. Hello, Taylor. Welcome to the stream. 15 non-sig. Heck no. Heck no. Unless we somehow just absolutely demolish the uncertainties and get no morning convection, then maybe we could. I swear, if I wake up to a moderate for tornadoes or 15% tornado risk, I'm gonna be shocked. I feel like, I don't know, I don't know what to think about tomorrow at all. I don't know if you did see it in Nazario, but they did confirm 308 mile an hour winds in the Greenfield tornado from May 21st, I believe. Greenfield, Iowa. So it's stronger than, you know, notable tornadoes like Moore, I believe El Reno, and as well as Bridge Creek. But it, of course, does not get the rating of EF5 because thankfully it was strongest over fields. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of analysis. I feel like tomorrow's going to be way more of a nowcast scenario than any other event that we've seen so far in June. That's really how it's been for most of June, though. I mean, today just popped off out of nowhere. I wish I didn't end my live stream, but I mean, what can you do? I mean, just the differences. Look at this. NAM 3K has some supercells and more of, well, linear biased out here in New York, in Massachusetts, and Connecticut, that general vicinity. Same time, 19Z, same time, 19Z on the 18Z HRRR. Supercells in New Hampshire, Vermont. Same time, 19Z on the new HRRR. I don't even know what to take away from it. It still looks messy. It still looks messy. It just doesn't look... If you showed me this and said there's a 10% over New Hampshire, I would not believe you. I would not believe you. I'd say maybe a marginal. Even this frame, like this little storm here, that storm there, I think that's in the 10% for tomorrow. It's still not that impressive. It's not even in the 10%. Or is it on the edge? It's on the edge of it. It's right here. Yep. So I do think tomorrow's going to be more of a wind threat and something we're really going to have to determine more of in the afternoon on what's actually going to happen. I feel like a whole lot's going to change between now and when storms initiate tomorrow towards 2 p.m. Yeah, NAM 3K is definitely more in line with the messy mode in terms of more of a wind threat, less of a tornado threat. I feel like the HRRR is almost an outlier. I feel like the SPC is just basing their outlook on the HRRR like I would. HRRR is pulling more of a TRG right there. I just don't see it being that big at the moment. I've never really saw tomorrow be that big. I've never really seen much, honestly, with it. Let's see. Okay. A very weird signature happening here. Kind of a mix of an occlusion and an outflow dominant supercell. Or outflow dominant line, I should say. Let me look at ZDR. Very low chance for this to produce a tornado, but I still wouldn't fully rule out a tornado sneaking on through out here towards Delavan Lake and Williams Bay, southern Wisconsin. Yep. Severe weather is misbehaving like the tropics. That is one way to put it, that's for sure. I think Monday goes enhanced, yep. Yep, I'd like to see what the 00Z NAM 3K and 00Z HRRR have tonight from Monday, but we're probably going to see an enhanced, if not for wind, then a 10 sig tour for Monday. The tropics don't look that crazy either. I know we could definitely see a sneaky system towards the Yucatan towards the 29th, or maybe even towards the Lesser Antilles, but I don't see it being like a tropical storm nor a depression or anything that's really of note. I really believe that it's going to be mid to late July when things start popping off. That's really what I'm waiting for. I don't believe the CPC issues outlooks that far out there. Outlooks go out till the 9th of July. And they have no activity in the Atlantic at all from July 3rd to the 9th. Not even an area of above precipitation or even an AOI. So we'll see. I know how you feel, Nazari. That's me every day. I know how you feel. Man, it just doesn't look fun. Where's my fun weather out here in the mid-Atlantic? We have this stupid high pressure that's just blocking everything. I know the CSU severe forecast has me having a chance for severe weather Thursday, but I really don't care unless it's the SPC. I've never really found CSU to be that accurate. I think the enhancers could be SIG for hail or wind, not sure. I don't really know. Yeah, I'm really on the same boat. I wouldn't be shocked with a significant chance for all hazards. Wouldn't be shocked if it's just for hail. Wouldn't be shocked if it's just for wind. Wouldn't be shocked if it's for both hail and wind and not tornadoes. The only thing that would shock me is if they pull a moderate risk day too. For Monday. Anything else that they do, if they kept it slight, I'd be like, okay, reasonable. Wouldn't blame them. But this threat's definitely starting to die out. Really just keeping an eye on this line of damaging winds that's going to be moving towards the northern portion of Illinois. Isolated tornado threat will be possible with that, but we shouldn't see any crazy tornadoes. I don't know if you saw it, Nazario. This is actually, it's about to leave my radar sites looping, so I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Here's a tornado from earlier today. Absolute insanity, lofting debris, possibly 20,000 feet up. Absolutely wild. Conditional tornado threat managed to play out as a conditional intense tornado threat today. I believe we had 3, possibly even 4 strong tornadoes today. Yeah, even Connor just said it. He said it's going to go more of squall mode out here. So, definitely a possibility that we see a tornado somewhere along this vicinity tonight. But it shouldn't be anything over the top. I don't know. I said that when I closed my live stream 5 some hours ago. And oh boy, was I dead wrong. So we'll just see. Mainly damaging winds, 70 to 75 mile per hour winds possible. Some hail up to an inch or two in diameter. And a brief, weak tornado will be possible as well. And this is in northern, northeastern Illinois, southeastern Wisconsin. HRRR, just mess. Just mess in a messy mess out there in the northeast tomorrow. Looks like a classic June setup. With a very messy rain shower setup in the northeast. Now, the environment is through the roof, so all it takes is for us to get a discrete storm out there in New Hampshire tomorrow, and then we're in big trouble. So, wouldn't be shocked if we have a tornado. We have a tornado on the ground. I was going to say I wouldn't be shocked if we see a tornado warning extension for this little area of rotation, but this is on the ground. So we've got a tornado on the ground northwest of Williams Bay, east of Delvin Lake. So there you go. Rapidly developed, and now a tornado is on the ground. This will probably go confirmed shortly, and then, unless the National Weather Service does what the National Weather Service does. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what the next scan has to show, but that is a tornado on the ground. 100%. Not a doubt in my mind that that is on the ground. That is currently right over East Delvin, right around the realms of Road 58 and 67, northwest of Williams Bay by about 2.5 miles. This is going to be moving towards Williams Bay, I believe. Let me just... Oh, maybe to the north. Yep, just to the north. So this is going to probably stay north of Williams Bay. This is probably a strong tornado. The velocities are over 100 on this. So this could potentially be a strong tornado on the ground here. We'll wait for what the next scan has to hold for us. But I was definitely mentioning the potential for a tornado in this area. That ZDR is starting to fade away, but still present there. Hold on. You do have a bit of a ZDR lift here, too. So what that indicates is that we have a lot of vertical wind speeds here, aka a tornado. And your spectrum width, which is winds, is present there as well. So this is definitely a tornado. Still not confirmed yet. It may take a little while for the National Weather Service to confirm that. Another area to watch is back out here, southwest of Lake Geneva in southern Wisconsin. That has a little hook to it. We'll see what both of these areas look like in about maybe 10 seconds. We get a new scan here. And we'll see what it shows. And these are both tornadoes on the ground, both areas that I pointed out. So we now have twin tornadoes on the ground in and around the Williams Bay area. Seek shelter immediately. This is potentially a life-threatening situation. It's two tornadoes not confirmed are on the ground south of Como and west of Lake Geneva out here. That is most likely a strong tornado, too. Both of them are potentially strong. So potentially twin strong tornadoes out here on the ground. And they did continue that warning out there towards Lake Geneva. Holy crap, hold the phone. They split. They split. Look at that. This is the area I was watching, and they split into two different areas of circulation. This area of circulation is now warned. New tornado warning going towards Camp Lake in southern Wisconsin. This is a strong tornado. You can see the debris signature on reflectivity perfectly. You can perfectly see that. So two tornadoes on the ground in and around those white blob areas. Not confirmed from the National Weather Service, which is quite the doozy on their behalf, because there's definitely, at minimum, at least one tornado on the ground here. possibly twin significant tornadoes here. This is going right over Williams Bay, so this is why we say seek shelter. You know, when a tornado warning is radar indicated, we say a tornado is imminent or possibly even on the ground. Because just because it's radar indicated doesn't mean it's not on the ground. This is radar indicated and is most definitely 2 tornadoes on the ground here. I think this one towards Williams Bay probably is beginning to lift. Both of these are probably going to be pretty short-lived, strong tornadoes here. But we'll just continue to monitor that, and I'll let y'all know what that shows on the next scan. But there you go, 2 tornadoes. Again, this is in southern Wisconsin. We got twins. We got twins. As if today couldn't go any crazier. We got twin tornadoes. How the heck did Connor get so far south? He's in Rockford now. Wow. Still not confirmed from the National Weather Service. We're just... Oh, well. Now confirmed from the National Weather Service. So we'll wait to see what this next scan has to hold. I wouldn't be shocked if both of these tornadoes lift on the next scan. That should be in generally about 34 seconds. As early as now. We'll see if it comes in now. We'll be very lucky. We are very lucky. That is still on the ground. The one in Williams Bay lifted just like I thought. I was kind of anticipating that to be gone the next scan. West of Lake Geneva, still on the ground there. So still a tornado on the ground. Let me see if they denote 2 tornadoes with this. Okay, it's not going to work. Let's see. They don't denote 2 tornadoes. So this is for the one near Como. Which I think is this one here. Towards Lake Geneva now. While your philosophy did not work there, Isabel, of me staying live, nothing will happen. I can tell you that. So that's not always true. But no Tories just yet. If I ended, we probably would have seen one. So tornadoes on the ground here. This is now an observed warning as well for the Camp Lake area. Bristol, Twin Lakes, Pell Lake, Lake Geneva, southern Wisconsin. All in a observed tornado warning. This is the only area we have an organized area of ZDR, so this is the only area I really anticipate a tornado threat to continue for the next hour or 2. Pretty much an hour and a half until these get to the Lake Erie out there. Or Lake Michigan, I think. So continue to keep an eye on other areas of rotation. Other areas of very weak rotation. We could easily see more tornadoes spin up here. As other tornadoes lift, so this could definitely be a scenario where we just see tornado circulations wrap around each other and consistently produce brief, strong tornadoes. So definitely want to be very, very weather aware out here. Hyper weather aware. This is, I believe, the second main tornado outbreak of June. Wow. Believe it or not, this is, they are yet to confirm 1 tornado out here. They are yet to officially observe 1 tornado. That will probably go up. Probably go up there. We'll wait and see what this next scan has. That's pretty much how everything is, honestly. I did see that, Caleb, but I couldn't confirm if that was from a tornado or a wind gust. So I don't know. Oh, okay. It's lifted. That's good. That is good. So, tornado's no longer on the ground. I believe. I'd be pretty surprised if Connor targets tomorrow. It's conditional strong tornado threat out there in the northeast. I don't really see him traveling, but you never know. It's Connor. It's Connor after all. I just don't see Connor traveling from, Illinois all the way. Jesus, this map isn't even big enough. Let me zoom out. All the way from where he is now, all the way to the target area in New Hampshire by tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow afternoon. He would literally, I don't know if he'd even be able to get sleep. That's literally like halfway across the country. You're going from Illinois to New Hampshire. I mean, dude started out in central Iowa. So he started in central Iowa. He's gone up to Wisconsin. Now he's back in Illinois. And he'd have to go all the way up to New Hampshire for tomorrow. And then he'd have to go all the way back up to North Dakota, Minnesota for Monday's threat. I just don't see him doing that. Personally, I would just skip on the Northeast because honestly, are we actually going to see tornadoes tomorrow in the Northeast? Let's be honest. So let's just skip on that, turn around, go up to North Dakota, Minnesota. At Janesville, Wisconsin, significant tornado damage now being reported as well. That is from the previous tornado that we tracked. I believe that was most recent PDS warning. Alright, so there's not anything too organized at this moment. Just keeping an eye on this area of broad circulation for the potential of a tornado to develop at any given second in and around this whole area here. As this unique system continues to move off to the southeast here. Yeah, you could get tornadoes tomorrow in Pennsylvania. It's depending on where you are. Let me go ahead and just tell you generally where. The whole state of Pennsylvania. It is almost the entire state of Pennsylvania that is in the tornado risk tomorrow. Let me just show you this. Pretty much the whole state. There's a tiny area near Erie that's outside of it. And a tiny area out here towards the Myersdale, toward Quincy, that's outside the tornado risk. But other than that, pretty much the entire state of Pennsylvania. Yeah. Connor said he's not going to be going to the Northeast. Don't blame him at all. What a day. I'm glad I stayed live extra here and didn't just end right off the bat like I did last time, so... Sorry, I missed two of the potentially most impressive debris signatures we've seen so far in June. But all that matters is that I actually came here. That's what I believe matters, is that I got here. And that's thanks to Lucky having to go eat. We owe it to Lucky. So if you guys like the coverage here, if you could hit that subscribe button. If not, perfectly fine. What really matters is hitting that like button and sharing the channel with your family, friends, social media to help spread weather awareness, help get the word out to more people about weather, and letting them know what weather's heading their way. This live stream is going to continue for a little bit longer here, and we'll see. We'll see if we manage to find any other sneaky tornadoes that occur here. I don't see... Ooh. Watch out, that's exactly how we saw a strong tornado just moments ago. Keep an eye on that. That could very easily develop a strong tornado near the New Munster area. I did not say mustard. I don't know what you guys think you heard. This is in Wisconsin. Yeah, I mean, would you rather target the all hazard significant threat up in Minnesota or go for the highly conditional tornado threat in the Northeast tomorrow? In my opinion, there's a clear target, Northern Iowa. Well, we don't know exactly where the target area is going to be for Monday. It's probably going to be western Minnesota, central Minnesota. Probably looking at south central Minnesota for a target area, west of the Twin Cities. So that's where we have an imminent tornado, most likely. This is, I believe, still observed. I'll just check real quick. Yeah, still observed. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that as it moves off to the east-southeast here. Make sure you are in your safe spot here. Man. Absolutely crazy. Give me just a moment. I'm going to try to contact this chaser. Give me just a second. Okay. 5 minutes behind on stream. That's a little whiles behind. That's a little behind there. What are we waiting for? Okay. Give me just one more second. There's only one of me, so kind of have to do this stuff. I mean, I could do this off of stream, but am I really going to be able to? No. There we go. Why the heck does it sound like somebody's jumping on a trampoline on Connor's feed? Okay, that area of rotation did break up. Doesn't seem like it did anything. So that's good news. So still tornado threat present with this. If you're anywhere in these warnings here along this line, southeastern Wisconsin, northeastern Illinois, make sure you are indoors, away from doors and windows, and close to your safe spot, as a tornado could develop at any given second along any portion of this line, but more specifically right in the middle of it, which will go out towards the Libertyville area, northeastern Illinois, and continue along the border of southeastern Wisconsin, northeastern Illinois. How is there a tornado going to come all the way up to the northeast? The same way tornadoes happen anywhere else in the U.S.? What type of question's that? The same way they have in the past? Is this, yep, still confirmed here. Nah, bro. The tornado that just touched down 5 seconds ago and is, or not 5 seconds ago, 5 minutes ago and is already lifted is going to somehow manage to go all the way up to the northeast. totally won't be from a completely different storm if we manage to see tornadoes tomorrow in the Northeast. Totally not. Definitely not. For those behind on the stream, the time is right there. So if you're watching this at 10 o'clock Eastern time, you see the saying 1:45. It's 9:45 currently. You're probably 15 minutes behind. That is why the time is there. It is to keep you up to date with the live stream. It ain't there to make you fall behind. It's right there. Talk to you, Isabel. Isabel has the most likelihood of falling behind in the live stream. Oh, man. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I can't tell you you're going to see tornadoes tomorrow, but there is a high likelihood we will see a tornado tomorrow at some point. Still keeping an eye on this area rotation as it's moving off to the southeast as well. Trying to see if this will do anything. I don't believe it is CC. It might be a faint signature of small hail, but probably not CC in the terms of a tornado on the ground. I can't say that it's not, but it's probably not. I hope this doesn't appear up on... Okay. Okay. So there's not a tornado on the ground in my opinion at this moment. The National Weather Service still has confirmed warning in place, but I don't believe there is one on the ground at this moment. Can I get to my YouTube studio now, or is it still gonna lock me out? YouTube's been saying screw you to me today. It thinks I'm somebody else. I may have to do this confirmation code garbage stuff. Yay! It didn't kick me out this time. Now I can see chat easier. Woohoo! I don't know, Legacy. You know YouTube. You know YouTube. No kidding what other stupid stuff it makes you do. It's a fun platform and all, but man, there's a lot of weird stuff. But hey, I would rather have it lock me out than, you know, just let me in 24/7 all the time. Why? Because that means there's at least some type of security measures in place, just in case. Is Twitter? I'm bad at that. Man, you need to expand your platforms there a little bit, Isabel. I don't know, you seem to be doing pretty darn well on Twitter. The area where you just post what you want. Yeah, honestly, YouTube has been stupid lately, Haley. Like, now to think of it, not to really be mean to YouTube per se, because I am using their platform. But I mean, holy crap, we've had so many outages where I mean, the other day, I was not able to go live. Most people on YouTube were just not able to go live. And then not but about a month ago, I wasn't able to upload a video. Because the processing was glitched. So, Twitch? Heck no. No. Nope, over my dead body. Over my dead body will I make you guys watch 5-minute ads every 2 minutes. No way. The only way I would switch to Twitch is if I'm managing to get a tornado every single live stream. But even then, no. You guys you get bombarded with ads. And not only that, the Twitch algorithm is trash. And also it's trash at notifying you when I go live as well. It really would be. No, you would see more ads than live coverage on Twitch. That's why I only do ads sometimes at the beginning of the streams. Most of the time it's when you first click on, and then once I'm ending the stream, you'll get an ad as well, maybe two. But barely, if ever, in the middle of the live stream will I have an ad. So the 00ZH just has a random slabber out there in Minnesota on Monday. Highly favorable environment for tornadoes, and it just demolishes out there in Minnesota. Now, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. We're not going to be seeing a ridiculous supercell with destructive hail out there on Monday, like that scenario. It just won't happen. The most likely scenarios is we will see a line of damaging winds. But we'll see. There's still 2 more frames left on that model run. We are still at an observed warning for some reason. We are still at an observed warning here. If I just put the warnings based off what I see on radar, I'd be wrong all the time. So that's why I just base it off the National Weather Service, because that's obviously what you want to listen to. Hey! They heard me! No way, they're listening to my live stream. They're totally listening to my live stream, bro. I thought it was Tuesday that had high gape. Both days do. Monday and Tuesday both have really good instability. Both days could be notable for severe weather. Yeah, Tuesday actually has a bit better instability. Yep. Looks like the HRRR is pretty much fully capped for Monday. I don't believe that. Connor seems to think that Monday won't do much. I'm not convinced. I have a gut feeling Monday's going to pop off. Whether it be for wind, hail, or maybe even tornadoes. Yeah, this is definitely starting to die out. Did I miss Lucky? I did. I miss Lucky. You know, we'll stream for about 13-ish more minutes. Or actually like 8 more minutes. So that way we can overall end with, let me see, how much coverage today? Because we did 15 minutes on the PDS warning earlier. And then this was an hour 45. We'd end with 4 hours of coverage today. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We had a lot of people in today's live stream, probably due to the significance of this threat. So, glad to see you guys came back when it mattered the most. That's all that I care about. That's all that I care about is you guys coming back here once it matters the most, when we start seeing those PDS warnings and stuff come through. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow for another stream. We're going to call this quits in about 7 minutes. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Our goal by the end of the month is to try and hit 6,400 subscribers, which, wow, we actually gained about 12 today. That's the most we've gained in quite a little bit. We've hit a little bit of a plateau, which is typical for YouTube. But like I said, to me, it doesn't matter how many viewers I have. If there's a severe threat, I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to keep streaming it. So, yeah. That is going to be about it. If you guys can, hit that subscribe button on your way out. It's greatly appreciated. Also, hit that notification bell. Set it to all. That way you know when I go live. My English is leaving the chat quickly. This might go destructive for winds. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes destructive for winds once we end the live stream. It seems like we could have up to 80 mile per hour winds possible with this storm. So a heckload more of a wind threat possible here. If you're in this area, get ready to seek shelter for the potential of damaging winds up to 80-mile-per-hour winds here in and around the northern Chicago area in northeastern Illinois. So, yeah. When was my last video? Because I try to do videos once a week. That's like the minimum requirement I try to do. It seems like I got to get a video out like today. I think we're a little bit late on that. Yeah, I have to have a video out tomorrow. I don't think that's going to happen. Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. Being real. 6 days ago, yeah. It happens, but I really like to get a video out every single week. I might attempt, if I'm not live at 1:30 tomorrow, I might attempt to do a quick video. And get it out at like 5 o'clock or so. I base my my video times on specific things. I need to just write it down when it's the best time to upload. So tomorrow, if I manage to upload, which probably not going to be a video, we'll be doing a live stream. Tomorrow's what, a Sunday? So that would be probably 4 p.m. 4 p.m. or so. But I don't think we'll have a video, so we'll just see. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. The live stream is ending. That is the wrong scene. That is the wrong scene. Hold on. Let me get to the right scene here. That's me for you. I don't know if I've done that before. That's crazy. All right. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. And make sure you are staying safe out there. I'll see you guys sometime in tomorrow's live stream. Probably not going to have a video. But we'll just see. Stay safe. Watch the video. Run in the tropics. Have a great rest of your night. Goodbye. Hey, look. There's my music file right there. That's because my monitors are screwed up. stay safe, watch severe weather in the tropics. Thank you, mods, for modding the chat, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. Have a great rest of your night.